Welcome to another episode of Baby Bounce Back, and a shout out to all my new subscribers! Hey guys! This playlist is documenting my return to fitness after having my fourth child. There he is! He is over 5 months now. If you saw my video last week, you saw that he is scooting around the room and he can get into things and get onto things. And now that he's mobile, I was trying to find him something to do while I was doing my workout.
What are you doing? What are you doing? I thought I saw you trying to crawl. Were you trying to crawl? You can practice. It's okay.
He just wouldn't be satisfied. He was saying, no, I don't want to do this, and no, I don't want to do that, until finally at the end of the day, my daughter figured out that he wanted to watch me work out, which is usually where I put him. I usually put him in his chair and he watches me work out. Sometimes he's asleep, sometimes he's playing on the floor, but he's usually close by and in the same room when I work out. So it didn't occur to me that that's what he wanted to do, that he actually wanted to watch me. Now that he's mobile, I was worried that he was going to be too bored for the chair and that he'd need something to do. I am not a fitness trainer. I am not a doctor. Please take advice from your preferred health professional. Just understand that it's not me. I started training 6 weeks after he was born, and I've been training lightly 3 times a week for the last 4 months, and I've lost 10 pounds. And we've still got 20 more to go. And I have filmed so much of this baby boy this morning because I had caught him bracing up onto his knees. And here he is on his feet. That's the best I could catch for you guys. He's starting to get up onto his hands and knees. I caught him a couple times, but I haven't been able to catch it on film yet. So maybe next week you'll be able to see what I saw. But for now, I was just taking a lot of videos trying to catch him. It is time to get my body back. I also have a spinal fracture. That has made this last pregnancy particularly interesting to observe. I am a stay-at-home mother of 4. We are homeschooling, and I spent most of the last year teaching my 2 younger sons how to read. So I've actually developed almost like a hump back in my thoracic spine. You can see it when I do my downward dogs and sometimes in some of my different stretches, that I actually have a curve that started to form in my thoracic spine because I've been hunched over the kitchen table for the last 12 months, it seems. Yeah, for the last year, that's right. And now I can get to moving again and I can start straightening all that stuff out. And I'm looking forward to it, looking forward to dropping all this weight and getting my strength, stamina, mobility, and even my wardrobe put back together. I don't have anything that fits me at the moment. You're welcome to join me in this adventure, and without further ado, let's jump to it. I like to begin with box breathing. Breathe in for 4 counts, hold for 4 counts, breathe out for 4 counts, hold for 4 counts. Then I warm up and move on to my Metcon. And here I'm doing med ball cleans. If you do not know how to do medicine ball cleans, there are several online tutorials following along with actual fitness professionals. If you don't have a medicine ball, you can always take a pile of laundry and roll it up in your laundry bag real tight, and that'll work just as well. My ball is about 14 pounds there. No push-up burpees. So this is just like a burpee, only I don't have to do any push-ups at the bottom. So just jump in and out and do a little hop. I think to improve these, I would just extend my arms straighter and not so bent in my elbows there. Here we have a couple great shots of all that 20 pounds that I'm going to be losing here real soon. But honestly, working out is more about maneuverability and mobility for me than about weight loss. Working out helps me move. For example, lateral lunges. I was having trouble performing lateral lunges standing on my own. So I have gotten up next to this box, and I'm using the box to help brace my weight and to help keep me up straighter. And I'm just practicing. My ligaments are still a bit loosey-goosey. This is a movement that I am having a lot of trouble with. So here, after I've tried and practiced a few times with the box, I'm picking my hands up this time and using them to help lift me up out of the bottom of the lunge there. And that's the best I can do today. And there he was, happy as could be throughout the entirety of my workout today, just sitting in his chair. I work out lightly 3 times a week, so Tuesday was a rest day and Wednesday I moved on. Here he is trying to use his feet still, but I couldn't get him in his crawling position yet. He's just kind of scooting around. I warmed up and then I moved on to my elevated split squats. Did you drop your toy? Did you need me to get your toy? You are happy. He's such a happy kid. Oh, except when I don't get his toy. Oh. It has been a little bit more difficult now that he's teething. He's a little bit more grouchy than usual, but I really can't complain. He's just fantastic. I did a much better job with my inchworms this week. I was able to extend all the way into the plank position and then inchworm my way back up both times. Here we have a single arm dumbbell press. I'm using a 15-pound dumbbell. This is the same 15 pounds I used last week. I have not moved up yet. You might be noticing that a lot of these movements are exactly the same as last week, and I will explain why here in a minute. Weighted wall sit. I'm still using a set of 15-pound dumbbells, but I am sitting 2 inches lower on the wall than I was last week. A lot more difficult to maintain the position. And we've finally come to rowing. This is what's new this week. I did 1 minute of rowing between each of the last 4 elements and for consecutive motion for 32 minutes, and that was awesome. Here I am following along with the cool down video my trainer sent me. This is the new one. I'll post it in the description box of my video. A lot of these arm stretches are the same arm stretches I remember from the swim team. I used to be on the swim team as a child, and we did a lot of arm stretches. I even got a couple blue ribbons, but that was mostly because I was the only competitor in my age group. I was very young. I didn't really get fast swimming till I got older, and then I wasn't in the swim team anymore. And now I just swim for fun. I still love the water. If you're interested in getting started in your own fitness adventure, I'd highly recommend finding a trusted personal trainer. If you can't do that or feel like you can't do that, there are also lots of videos on YouTube that you can follow along. You can do warm-up videos, you can do cool-down videos like the one that I'm doing here. There's all kinds of workouts online. A personal trainer is just really good about catering to your goals in life, about what kind of things you want to accomplish. You could also follow along in this video series. In this playlist, I start from the very beginning where I am 190 pounds and I just work a little bit every week. I post videos every week of which movements I do, and you just pick a few. Take 15 minutes out of your day. You want to warm up first, and then you start your 15-minute timer and work through different movements. You don't have to do all the movements I do. You can pick your own set. You might even lose weight faster than I do. I'm still eating candy and dessert. Like, if I were to cut that out of my diet, I'd be losing weight real fast. I think a good goal is to work up a light sweat at least every other day. Sweating helps you remove toxins from your body, and you gotta rinse them off, wash them off afterwards. And finally, runner's lunge. These ones were always pretty easy for me. These are comfortable stretches. It is not easy for me to find the time to make these videos for you guys. Like I said earlier, I am a homeschooling mother of 4 with an infant, and I have difficulty getting enough sleep at night as it is. What that means is I don't have all the time to find the perfect camera angle, or my technique, or my wardrobe malfunctions, or my noisy children in the background while I'm trying to record. You get it all. You get my imperfect technique, you get my wardrobe malfunctions, you get the noisy children, because that is my life. And that's what I have to share with you. There it is, folks. That's why my videos aren't perfect, but I feel like it's important. It's important enough to make the time to record this stuff for you, even if it isn't perfect. Plus, my trainer gets to check in on me and make sure I'm moving safely. Thursday was a rest day, but I thought I caught baby voice singing in his sleep.
Good morning. How you doing, baby? Yeah. Are you dreaming? You were talking in your sleep. Funny.
Looking back, I think he was just singing to himself. Friday, we were busy homeschooling, so we moved the workout to Saturday, which is why I have a flexible schedule. Starting out with chainsaw rows. Try to lift that weight as fast as you can, like you're trying to start a chainsaw. This is still with the 15-pound dumbbell. I did not yet have the courage to move up to 20 pounds. Maybe next week. The Palif press. This one has proven to be very good for me. Every time I get to do it, I feel like it is helping my stability in my core. To improve this movement, I'd have to have a better split stance. Elevated hip thrusts. These are still better than putting my hips on the floor and doing bridges. I apologize for my t-shirt. My baggy tees are the only things I have left from my wardrobe purge. Air squat holds. You just sit in an air squat and you hold it there as long as you can. I was going for about 30 seconds, but I wasn't holding still. Baby boy was having some neediness, and so I was trying to play peekaboo with him during my air squat holds. It's possible that because he can flip out of his chair whenever he wants, that I have become more anxious about him. And because I'm more anxious, he is reacting to my anxiety. 1 step is at 7 inches or 18 centimeters, while 2 steps is at 14 inches or about 36 centimeters. So you pick your height of whatever you're more comfortable with. And I'm at the 2nd step here. That's a low platform for me. This was the new movement that I put between each of the previous 4 elements. So continuous movement again for about 32 minutes today. Enough to work up a dripping sweat, but not enough to wind you really, because you're moving at a consistent pace, at like a walking pace throughout the entire half hour. At 5.5 months, he started reaching for things, including food. So while we're eating at the table, if he's sitting on my lap, he will reach for whatever's on my plate or reaching for whatever I try to put into my mouth. I have this shelf in the middle of my living room, and I can see my little baby's face and through these little windows. Sorry, the fuzzy picture there. Instead of having an air squat hold during my workout, I was doing like a peekaboo game with him because he was a bit fussy and a bit needy. The problem with this is I am probably leaning over way too far. I am practically facing the floor, and that's not ideal for an air squat. Once I was done, he was as happy as could be. Chipper. And finally, we have our update on my downward dog. This is as far as I can get with trying to keep my heels down. I notice trying because I've got about 1 inch off the floor there. And then after holding this for a little bit, I go ahead and just stretch out my shoulders because I really enjoy this shoulder stretch in the downward dog. But my heels come up about 2 inches. That just gives me something to work on. What small improvements can you make this week?
Remember, keep moving.